Hi muckers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for watching my channel and clicking on this video today. I really appreciate it. Before we get into this video, I do just want to say that so much has happened within the last 2 days since you've seen me. I don't know how I forgot to include these two things. I was gonna go on a tangent and say first things first, I talk about the meetup, and then I was gonna say, and then secondly, within the past 2 days that this has happened, however, I got so excited talking about the meetup that I forgot to say it. So I'll put it in here first, but while I was away for the past 2 days, I met Hugh Jackman. I literally met Hugh Jackman in New York. So we have this picture now of me and Hugh Jackman, and then last night I went to a Charlie XCX concert, and then after the show I meet Charlie XCX. So the past 2 days have been insane. Okay, now on to me talking about the meetup. First things first, I finally had the New York City Muckers meetup. It was postponed, it was like cancelled, and then I did it again, and it was so much fun. It was yesterday, the 23rd, at Rockefeller Center, and so many of you showed up. I was so shocked to see so many of you, and the fact that you took the time of day to come, whether you lived locally. There was Sam, who I remembered had traveled for 2.5 hours and was missing Honor Society. And just, if you came from anywhere in New York, there were people from Long Island, Staten Island, New Jersey. Just, thank you so much for coming. And I do just want to say as well, I had a great time hanging out with you. I think we were there from 12 to maybe 3 or 4, so like we were talking for a good few hours, and it was so much fun, and just talking to you and getting your opinions on the drama and stuff. So I do just want to say thank you to all of you, and also thank you so much to Cara, who showed up and did this most incredible painting of Bonnie and Dolly. And whenever I saw this, I literally wanted to cry, because it has the tennis ball as well, which is such a detail that, you know, could be easily forgotten. But we have an inside joke that my dog Dolly is never seen without a tennis ball. So the fact that this was included means so much to me, and this is something that is going to be going up in my apartment the second I get back. So my trip to New York is coming to a close. I leave tomorrow, and I'm very sad about it, but I'm coming back to America in like a couple weeks anyway, so we're coming back for LA, so it's not really that sad. But we're gonna be talking about Ethan Klein. It feels like all we're doing is talking about Ethan Klein recently. Before that, I do just want to quickly show you that I went shopping today for the dogs. So I have 2 dogs, and I got a bunch of toys for them. So I got New York themed stuff. I got a little taxi, which is, I didn't know it actually did that. Little cute. We have a pizza. Also didn't know it did that. If anyone's watching with dogs right now, please send me a video on any social media of them reacting to like this noise. And if you don't, I've just been squeaking a toy at you, and I'm sorry for it. A pizza, because I've been eating pizza every single day of this trip. These are the great material toys, and it's a little elephant, and Bonnie's gonna fucking love this. I got a dinosaur one, which is really cute. I got this little, it just squeaked. I got this little one as well, it's a little pink one. And then I got this hoodie for Dolly. Hopefully it fucking fits her. Obviously every other dog was in there like trying things on, but I couldn't because mine are in the UK. And then I got matching hoodies for them, which is gonna be so cute, and I can't wait. So anyway, I just want to give you that little haul. Alright, okay, now one thing I do want to say is it is not my favorite thing in the entire world to be making videos on Ethan Klein, and it's not by any means my favorite thing to be making back-to-back videos, but there is just so much happening. And here's the thing that I do just want to state with you. A lot of people, I'm untying my shoes by the way, oh, and this shirt I got at Chelsea Market. Look, it's a little skeleton holding, so cute. And then I have one that was like a painted French bulldog. Just so much has happened within the past 2 days. I've been getting a lot of messages, people saying like, oh my god, you have the audacity to speak about H3 and all of this, because I've been so gratefully shouted out on that show a couple times, and I really do appreciate it, even as recently as like a week ago or something like that, and I really appreciate that. And then there's a side of people that are saying, I can't believe that you're not talking about H3. Like, you're so fake and you're so biased. Like, if Trisha had done what they would have done, you would have been all over it. So I have that, and then I have people saying that they can't believe that I am talking about them. So, as a content creator, let me tell you how confusing that is, because I am getting hate no matter what I do in terms of H3 right now. If I make videos on them, then I'm being told that I'm ungrateful and why am I speaking about them, because they've given me a platform. And then whenever I don't make videos, it's people discrediting any other video that I make because they say that I'm censoring myself and that I wouldn't call them out for things that I would call other people out for. So it's just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm only making videos on things, finally got my shoes off, I'm only making videos on things that I deem I really have an opinion on, and that, you know, kind of affects my life in some way. Like, maybe I have an opinion if I relate to it or whatever. And this full situation with the LGBTQ plus drama, clearly I have an opinion on it for obvious reasons. And, you know, we made the first few videos on it, we talked about it, and I did think and hope that that would be the end, because Ethan had issued a tweet apology and had also addressed it on a YouTube video. Now, the YouTube video really wasn't an apology, it was just kind of addressing it and kind of like saying that they said it for a certain reason, but then he did tweet and, you know, issued an apology. And, you know, we had kind of all moved on and it was great. We weren't talking about it anymore, and I didn't feel like it needed to be talked about anymore because, number one, I don't think Ethan's homophobic. I don't think that at all. I never did. And, you know, it was just kind of like a thing that happened. You know, we moved on. However, there was a segment on H3 recently, and they were talking about beans on toast. Just for context, which is a very popular thing in Britain and even in Ireland. You know, beans on toast, you eat it for breakfast, you put it on your toast. Like, it's a staple piece, right? And they were talking about it, and Ethan was, you know, just making jokes about it. Harmless, harmless, harmless. And, you know, there was a lot of people in the chat, I assume, that were being just, like, pissed off or pushed the wrong way about the jokes. Even if that was, it's hard to imagine. I feel like that is just so over the point if people are, like, being offended, personally offended that Ethan is saying that he thinks that beans on toast is disgusting or that he doesn't like it or whatever. Like, if you're being offended by that, like, let's grow up. So I really do think that it was just kind of like a joke thing of people, you know, being like, I'm British and I love beans on toast. Like, I can't believe you would say that. I think at most. And if anyone was going any further than that, then I think you're a dumb shit. Like, that's it, right? It's like, if you're, whatever. So, they did the episode, and then Ethan did, like, a couple tweets about it. And now, one of the tweets is an apology. Now, it's not an apology because he deems he has to apologize. He's sarcastically tweeting an apology that people are upset about him hating on beans on toast because it's so, you know, stupid for people to hate on him for just, you know, not liking beans on toast. So he is sarcastically putting out, you know, an apology like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't like beans on toast, like if I offended you or whatever like that. That's the kind of context that we have. The problem is, in my opinion, but I just think it, as someone who really likes Ethan, this is just so stupid to have to talk about. He did that apology for the beans on toast, which is very clearly him doing a sarcastic, he doesn't mean it, making a joke kind of thing, which he has every right to do because if people are actually offended by that, it's just stupid. However, he literally copied and pasted and used the same terminologies in the beans on toast apology, which again was sarcastic and made as a joke and like highlighting how stupid people looked. He copied and pasted the apology that he made in relation to offending the LGBTQ community. And it's just kind of like, alright, we know, by the way, best water. It's like, alright, we know that you're making a sarcastic, you know, apology about the beans on toast. I agree with you, I think everyone does. I think it's stupid for people to be offended by that, and it is kind of like a community joke, right? So, with that being the context, to like rip off your apology that you made only a few days ago to a community that were actually offended and had every right to be offended is just really weird. So the original apology, keep in mind, to the LGBTQ plus was, to my LGBTQ plus fans, I am so sorry for comments on today's show. The sexualization of gay men and the grouping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. So, keep in mind this terminology, right? So to my LGBTQ plus fans, I'm so sorry for this. And then he goes on to say that, you know, homophobia or sexualization or talking about them inappropriately is a pattern and a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. So he's basically saying there that he's going to try unlearn this behavior that he showed off, which was upsetting to this community, right? Apologies to the caller too, who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I mean well. So he tweeted yesterday and said the following. To my English fans, so again, we're starting off the apology the exact same as the other one. To my English fans, I am so sorry for comments on today's show. The exact same thing. My judgment of beans on toast being gross is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. So, the opening is a direct copy of the original apology, but then it goes on and it copies the rest. Apologies to all English people who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. So, he's now copying the I shouldn't have pressed the caller inappropriately comment by just saying that apologies to all English people who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately, and then he ends it the exact same way. Hope you guys know I always mean well. So again, to my English fans, I am so sorry for comments on today's show. My judgment of beans on toast being gross is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to all English people who I should not have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I mean well. The original apology. To my LGBTQ plus fans, I'm sorry for comments on today's show. The sexualization of gay men and the gripping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to the caller too, who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well. So, just word for word, by making a sarcastic tweet about upsetting people with a joke about beans on toast, he is copying and pasting what was, I thought, a genuine apology for upsetting the gays. So, it was all a joke then? Is that, like, I don't know what take to do from this. That he... Does this mean that the original apology was just a joke then too? If this very clear sarcastic one is a joke? Listen, whether you believe me or not, I am not someone who is triggered easily. I am not someone who is offended easily or whatever like that. But let's say it how it was. This was a straight man being inappropriate about the gays. And then issued an apology, which every other YouTuber who, if they had done that, would have done. And now he's making jokes about that original apology kind of being like a formulated apology that he can use in any situation. Alright. While I'm editing this, I wish I had added the following, so I'm gonna do it before the end of the video, but he could have also done this, like, made an apology, like, sarcastically about the beans on toast thing. He could have done that and, like, done a different wording of it. But him literally copying and pasting that original apology, I'm so sorry to say it, is literally just showing that the original apology was sarcastic too, or in some way, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many ways to apologize and so many different terminologies. To literally copy and paste that one just goes to show that the way you're sarcastically addressing this, clearly, and it is a joke and it is funny, is how you felt about the first one. That's the only conclusion you can make from this. And if you make another one, I think you're reaching, not me. Like, interesting. But if you think differently, let me know and we'll talk it out. So, you can let me know how you feel about it below. We can talk about it. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.